Assalamu alaikum students, I hope everybody is doing well. In previous videos we have done with the explanation and summary as well as the question answers of unit number 8, Peace. Today we are going to do half exercise of this unit. First of all we have this vocabulary portion. Part A. Pick out words from the poem which mean the same as the following, which means explanation has been given. We would have to choose the equivalent word from the poem. A, we have extremely noisy. So the equivalent word is roaring. B, we have to be broken violently and noisily into pieces. So the poetess has used the word smashing for this explanation. C, we have to make something level by using a rack, and the word racking has been used, that is equivalent to this phrase. Number D, we have to make something turn rapidly, round and round a central point. So spinning has been used for this explanation. Number E, we have lasting or existing forever, that is eternal. F, we have to speak or say something quietly using only one's breath so that only the people closest to one can hear. So the answer is whisper. Then we have part B. Give synonyms for each of the following word. Number 1, we have roaring, meaning would be noisily. Smashing, meaning would be destroy or damage. Number 3, we have spinning, which means rotate. And we have number 4, stillness, which means static, silence, or you may say that lifeless. Last, we have core, which means layer. Then we have part C. Which word in each pair below has the more positive connotation to you? Circle the answer. So in this we would have to choose the positive connotation. Connotation is the contextual meaning that we have done before. So now we have to circle the positive connotation. First we have thrifty or penny pinching. Right answer is thrifty. Second we have pushy, aggressive. So the right answer is aggressive. I am going to circle it. Then we have politician or statesman. Answer is statesman. Then we have chef or cook. So the right answer is chef. Then last we have of this exercise cylinder or skinny. So the right answer is cylinder, that I am going to circle. Next exercise we have choose the appropriate connotation. Number 1, we have which would you rather be called, thrifty or cheap? So the right answer is A. I'm just going to circle it. Right answer A, thrifty. Number 2, we have which is more serious, problem or disaster? So the right answer is B, disaster. Number 3, we have which is more polite, sip a drink, or number B is gulp it. And the right answer is A, sip a drink. We have number 4 as well. Which would you be if you hadn't eaten for several days? Hungry or starving? So the right answer is starving. Number 5, we have which would you be after a walk in the mud? Filthy or dirty? So the right answer is B, dirty. Then we have E part. Explain the following idioms and find their Urdu equivalent. So they have given us the explanations, they have given us the idioms. We would have to explain it in Urdu as well as in English. Let's take a look. Number 1, we have it is of no use crying over spilt milk. So the explanation would be, it is not no use repenting after a loss. In Urdu that would be, अब पछताए क्या होत जब चिड़ियाँ चुग गईं खेत. Number 2 we have, do not put off till tomorrow what you can do today. So the explanation in English would be, we should try our best to do something on its time. In Urdu that would be, आज का काम कल पे मत डालो. Number 3 we have, out of the frying pan into the fire. To get rid of one difficulty and get into another, which means आसमान से गिरा खजूर में अटका. Number 4 we have, out of sight, out of mind. A person who goes away is often forgotten. In Urdu that would be, आंख ओझल पहाड़ ओझल. Last we have, as you sow, so shall you reap. We are responsible for our deeds and their consequences, which means in Urdu, जैसा बोगे वैसा ही काटोगे. Then we have imagery, the use of vivid figurative language to represent objects, actions, or ideas. In other words, imagery is a picture created by the mind. So the writer, basically poet, use imagery to create image at the back of our mind so that we would better understand what they actually want to say. Now we have types of imagery. There are 5 types of imagery, each corresponding to one of our senses. Number 1 we have visual, that is sight, auditory, sound, tactile, touch, and then we have smell, olfactory, and gustatory is taste. So these are the types of imagery. Now we have this B part, which imagery has the poet used in the poem? Give examples. Look at the poem again and you are going to find out the imagery what the poet has used in the poem. Then we have this grammar portion, kinds of pronoun. So we have to identify demonstrative, reflexive, and interrogative pronoun in the following sentences. Demonstrative pronouns are those pronouns that we use to demonstrate something. For example, this, that, these, those, and or you may say that these pronouns are used to point out something. Reflexive pronoun are used to refer back to the action that this what the subject has done. For example, he, and we used to say he, himself. So himself is the example of reflexive pronoun. Himself, herself, itself, themselves, myself. So these are the examples of a reflexive pronoun. Then we have interrogative pronoun. Interrogative means question. So which, when, where. So these words we use in the interrogative pronouns. They have given us examples. Sentences have been given to us. We would have to find out which kind of pronoun they have used, as if they have underlined the pronoun as well. In number 1 we have, hand me that hammer. So this that is basically referring to the or you may say that the pointing out something. That is an example of demonstrative pronoun. Number 2 we have, I saw myself in the mirror. Myself is an example of a reflexive pronoun. Then we have, who is there. So who, that is a question. We can understand from the question that it is a form of interrogative pronoun. Number 4 we have, he himself will be our new friend. Himself is an example of reflexive pronoun. Number 5 we have, is this your teacher's book? This is an example of demonstrative pronoun. Last we have, which is your pen. So which is an example of interrogative pronoun. So I hope students this exercise is clear to you. If you have any query, kindly comment down below. Thank you.